Breaking news tonight, Russia launching a full-scale invasion of Ukraine. Vladimir Putin's forces unleashing an all-out assault on Ukraine from the land, sea, and air. Images of Russian helicopters attacking an airport near the capital, Kyiv. Russian troops seizing the Chernobyl nuclear plant. Explosions and sirens across the country. Reports that dozens are dead, including civilians. Our team there on the ground tonight. We're also seeing the massive traffic jams as thousands flee Kyiv and inside a subway station where crowds are taking shelter from the bombs. President Biden addressing the nation today, saying Putin is the aggressor. Putin chose this war, and now he and his country will bear the consequences, he said. The new sanctions he announced against Russia as he deploys thousands more troops to Europe. In just a few moments, my one-on-one with Secretary of State Antony Blinken. I ask him, what does the U.S. hope these sanctions will achieve? Also tonight, the trial of the 3 former officers charged with violating George Floyd's civil rights. The verdict just handed down. And the deadly storm on the move. More than 100 million under alerts from Texas to Maine. Al Roker timing it out.
This is NBC Nightly News with Lester Holt.
Good evening. The world looks very different from when we joined you last night. As we come on the air, a second evening of Russian attacks is underway in Ukraine, a country of 40 million. The sanctions failing to deter Vladimir Putin. President Biden unveiling a new round, but the die has been cast. Russian forces are on the move. The U.S. estimates Russia has already fired more than 160 missiles from billions. In addition to more sanctions, the U.S. tonight is deploying 7,000 American ground troops to Germany as Washington works to bolster its NATO allies. I asked Secretary of State Blinken what now in just a few moments. But first, our team is in place again from the White House and Moscow to the battlefield, which is where we start with Richard Engel. President Biden sharply condemning Vladimir Putin tonight as he revealed new harsh sanctions against Russia, not among them the punishment that the Ukrainian president and many bipartisan,
which tragically is exactly what he's done. We're prepared on that too, and as a result, we have responded.
Perhaps directly threaten NATO countries.
Well, first, Lester, when it comes to threat.
The invasion rattled the markets, but after steep declines, the Dow and the Nasdaq both closed ahead. Oil recovered some as well after soaring past $100 a barrel. But get ready for the impact. Here's Tom Costello. Back now with more of our coverage of the full-scale Russian invasion of Ukraine now underway. Inside Russia tonight, President Vladimir Putin remaining defiant even as he faces growing protests. Keir Simmons is in. This Russian invasion is sweeping across Ukraine from the assault on a military installation in the east to Russian attack helicopters in the airspace over Kyiv to fighting in the west near the borders with Ukraine's neighbors in NATO. So one big question, how far will Putin... Before we go, whenever there are conflicts, you see the stark images of destruction, and at the heart are people who were thrust into an unimaginable situation. Here's Aaron McLaughlin in Kyiv.